Mm, You're live. We're live.
Yay!
Oh
We
my
are
God.
live! Ta-da! Let
I
the
love
people
tech. Like we did it. It feels so glorious.
Yes! Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. If you are joining us live, please hashtag live. We would love to see you. We want to know if these comments are working today. Let's be honest. You never know.
So
Um,
true.
I have Michelle Lane here with me, and let me just tell you about this magical being, okay? So she came into my world less than a year ago, and probably like 9 months, 12 months. I don't know. I guess it's been officially 12 months in
Yeah.
April at the end of this month. Time
That's
flies when you're having fun, you know?
wow. I feel like I've known you like 5 years later. We're just hanging out.
Yes.
Hi, Corey Perez. Good morning.
And so when Michelle and I met, we just like totally nerded out. We were just like this and that, and like we acted like we knew each other for like centuries. Like it has been the coolest relationship, the most expansive soul sister. So one, this is your evidence that if you get into the rooms that matter most, you will you will find the people that matter the most in your life moving forward, and you'll no longer feel like that person that like, why am I the only unicorn or the only cool person? Because Michelle is definitely a unicorn. So, Michelle, tell us about yourself.
Hi. I was just thinking back, my gosh, that's crazy to me that it's only been a year. It feels like, you meet I just think you meet your soul people, your soul sisters, the people you've traveled with before in this lifetime. And then when you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's just really,
Mm-hmm.
but thank you for being here, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Michelle Lane. I'm an energetic strategist, master numerologist. All things geeky around numbers and spirituality and personal growth and the mind and the body and the spirit together. And so, yes, I am a magical being, and I'm so excited to be with this other magical being. If we're together,
Oh my gosh. Yes,
let's
exactly.
cool things happen. And that's where we segue. And so that's why we're actually here to tell you about something that we've joined together to co-create. And it's ready to announce to you. And so here we are. And we are saying, save the date. And we are saying, especially if you love to get away, retreat, grow, expand your wisdom, expand yourself, expand to your next level, we have something especially potent and magical for you.
Yes, we do. And so at this retreat, you have Michelle and you have myself, Holly Allen. For those that have not met me, I'm a soul awakening mentor. I play in all the realms of the things unseen that then impact the things that we do see in our 3D reality. And so Michelle and I are going to take you on an adventure in Mount Shasta, California, where it's an energetic portal. Oh, and I just got chills. Energetic portal all by itself. And then you have Michelle and I as your intuitive guides, leading you through what wealth is to you, what abundance is to you, what is your natural wealth rhythm, and are you actually in stream with it? Or are you running the opposite way? Or are you having these limited beliefs or these confusions around what true abundance and safety and just the magical life that you are here to live? Michelle and I firmly believe that if you are not thriving, you're missing out on something. There's something that's not clicking for you. There's something that you haven't brought into your authenticity or into your codes. And so that is why we're super happy to bring you the Roots to Riches retreat, October 2nd through October 5th.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was just thinking too, you know what? Or if you're a person, an ambitious, we'll say woman, an ambitious entrepreneur
Yes.
who wants more of that wealth, who wants to have more wealth in her body, her bank account, her business, all the places, their relationships. What we're talking about here is the basis, the foundation of who you are at the
Mm-hmm.
core,
Mm-hmm.
not who we play roles as and the identities that we can sometimes meet ourselves in. It's what's beyond that. It's what's beyond the place where we challenge ourselves outside that comfort zone, where fear is met as fuel, as well as the thing that we get to move through, as. And so we're really coming together to work at that base root. Yes, the root chakra, but also the place where we tend to hold. We hold
Mm-hmm.
all of the fears, the doubts. We hold all of those places within us that really just want to be seen and transmuted into more action, into more something that works for us. And we've come together because we found that through our adventures this last year in Mastermind and meeting on retreat, that those in-person spaces were priceless for the connection, for the vulnerability, for the trust that it takes within yourself and with others to go further faster, because we can pretend all we want that we're going to do it on our own and figure it out, but we end up spinning because the mind does what it does and the body is just waiting for that decision to come in. And as we sit here, we don't understand how those things want to come together and open that tunnel of flow. And we knew that by coming together with our special skills, that could help, because we've not only helped each other, we've helped others. But Holly, I want you to tell them what makes this retreat so unique and special, because we have the love of two certain modalities that I know
Yes.
you love too, that we are bringing together for the first time.
Yes. So Michelle is an expert in numerology, and I am an expert in human design. And what we have found is for me, the human design is your soul's energetic blueprint. It shows you what you do naturally and what comes with ease to you. It tells you where you have the most energy, the most impact. It can even give you brand colors, brand names. Like, it is crazy how detailed it is. And when I discovered human design, I felt like I had finally understood myself. Like, I was liberated, I was seen, and it helped me just like lay out all the stuff that wasn't even benefiting me, but I thought I needed to do. And sometimes I was going against my human design, which was then just creating more resistance, because this is how everyone's doing it. And so tell us more about numerology, because when Michelle started, I've had multiple sessions with Michelle because I'm obsessed with numerology and the way she explains it. And when she was like showing me these things, one of which is I am a natural born millionaire. Wouldn't you like to know what your wealth code looks like? So Michelle, tell us about numerology.
Well, I love it too. And it's very similar in nature, that it brings you back to your innate soul's blueprint. So it operates off of the belief that we've come into this lifetime many times knowing some of the challenges that we wanted to overcome, what we could learn to leverage to live and have that thriving life. This is not a bypassing of emotions or things that happen to us. I think life is always going to life. But when we can build a foundation within us where we can truly see and know ourselves, so we don't feel so displaced or disconnected, we can create a stable, strong, safe foundation within, instead of looking outside of us for all of those things that we mistakenly think are going to fill that void. So very much like you, seeing myself through that lens was seeing my patterns, seeing the good, seeing all the things I'd done well, instead of the way that my mind was constantly telling me, you're not enough, you're not going for the things you want, you're doing this, you're lacking this. And then, we get out of those cycles. And I think for me, the first time when I had my report done, I took a deep breath and went, wow, I kind of knew that.
Yes.
But I think the other key component when we're talking on a soul level is that we forget. We come into this life with everything we need, and then we start to learn the conditioning of society, what to do, what not to do, what's possible, what's not possible, how we grow up, none to any fault of our families or our caregivers. We bring in like a sponge those belief systems. And when we decide that we want to live on purpose, purposeful, set our goals higher, those are some things we have to wrestle with, whether it's the shadows, whether it's parts, whether it's two different sides of ourselves. We get confused because the clarity isn't so easy to grasp, because we don't know how to grasp it. And the thing that I love about numerology is it's always bringing us home to ourself. It's showing us how we've come to express in this world, what we've come to express in this world. What is our journey with money? What is our journey with the body? My mind was continuously blown to where I'm just studying this during COVID, like for 3 years deep in, because I had the time and I was mind blown. Oh, that's why my kids are the way they are. That's where we help each other. That's where we butt heads. There's nothing that can't be seen. And so when we were talking about it, I think we get lost sometimes in some of the modalities that are here to help us. I'm supposed to only do this, or, oh, this is what it said, and so I can't do anything else. And I think we forget that we're at will. So knowing this information can enhance our journey. It doesn't define who we are.
No.
From terms of, we are in this human experience right now. We are living with our loves, our passions, our ups and downs, our challenges, our resilience. All of it to bring us to a certain point in time. And so what I love about that is, I'm all about the mind patterns, the neurosomatic, the whole side of how we think and how we feel and how we take action or not is producing results. So it's literally neuroscience meets the metaphysics. When we can believe beyond having it proven, we can believe beyond perfection, we can believe beyond all the things we taught ourselves and unwind that to find the freedom in just being unleashed. And
Yes.
so these two modalities together bring different viewpoints, but an innate remembering,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love
remembering
that.
of why you do what you do and why you don't do what you do. And so when we talk about money and wealth, there are a lot of conversations in those in-between spaces that the body's ready to share that the mind may not consider. And so,
Yes. I
right?
love that you say that the mind may not even consider, because this is the truth. Like, we have this beautiful human that has the five senses, and I love my human. I do so many cool, fun things with my human. But let's be honest, you can't filter everything by your five senses, because you will filter out a lot. And I've had so many non-linear, non-logical experiences. And I think that's kind of the next reason why Michelle and I are coming together to do this retreat, is because as Mani-Gens, we're looking for the most effective way forward with the highest ROI and with the maximum ease and flow, and just like the lusciousness of the feeling of getting to be ourselves and have all that is already ours, right? And just
Yeah.
completely align with that. So it's just on autopilot. It's just coming in. It's just so easy and it feels so good, because trust me, I'm a recurring, what do you call it? A recovering over performer.
What?
Yeah. And this is what I've noticed working with high performers like myself, is we're such high performers that when we do the task and complete it, we're already on to the next thing. And so now we're not good enough. We didn't finish. We didn't do it well enough. And that's just a story, but we're not telling the right story, because you already hit massive achievements, but yet now you're so intelligent and such a high performer that you've already moved on to the next level before you even cross the finish line of this one, right?
Right.
And so this is where we're really looking at, what is your natural path forward to wealth, to abundance, to safety, with the most luscious, joyous, thriving feeling you've ever experienced in your life. And so you may be at that stage where you're building, you may be at that stage where you're like, I'm ready for my next level and I want to expedite it, I want to turbocharge it. And that's where Michelle and I are going to come in with customized wealth codes and really help you see your plan, understand your plan, really embody who you are, and then whew, there goes the fuel.
Yeah.
Fire
Well,
off.
I love this because I wrote three things down. One is resistance, the other is distortion, and then the third is like, what do you want? So, in essence, what do you want? What are the distortions that cloud the vision? And what is the resistance that pulls you from feeling like you can break through it? And we are looking at all of that, and we are addressing it in your body. We are giving you a plan forward. And these are customized for those who are going to be at the retreat. And then what's beautiful is, as a whole, these 12 souls are going to have their own theme that comes up, and we're going to be able to rise through that. And so I know myself, I don't have this done perfectly, guys. It has been through the support of sisterhood. It has been healing sisterhood wounds. It has been allowing myself to create and paint a bigger vision, to step way beyond what I thought was ever possible for myself, and to watch my bank account grow, to watch my relationships nurture, not because they changed, but because I was receiving more. And we are so quick in the resistance and in the distortion of the story that's being told, because the mind isn't always telling the truth. It loves the drama.
Scientifically documented too in a book, Thinking Fast and Slow, where the book literally is written by a scientist that says your brain is trying to close the loop, and it will insert any part that will close the loop the fastest.
Right.
When I realized that your brain will lie to you, I was like, OMG.
Oh yeah. And then we're like, why do I keep feeling this way? And you know what that does? That creates the scavenger hunt of the mind. It just goes right back to the same things you've been telling it for decades. It never gets you beyond an imagination for what's next. We're going to teach you these tools. We're going to help you witness yourself through it, so you can have those aha moments too. And we're going to really get clear on what you want and what do you think is possible for you moving forward. And I think those for us have been the most eye-opening, heart-opening experiences. And the magic that happens when this woman and I get together, it's incredible. like the intuition cranks up, the energy shifts crank up, the healing of the body, but more so the expansion that opens. And I
Mhm.
want you to experience expansion. We are not broken. There's nothing to fix. We don't have to go back and heal, but we do need to create and make some decisions towards what we're doing moving forward. And we're handling the gap so you can experience what it's like to leverage that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, Rosalie. I just keep seeing people pop in. She goes, sounds amazing. So let's just talk about what are we down to? I feel like we had this a little bit of time and we get you on your way.
Yes. And so, talking about moving forward, we have been blown away at how many people have been hearing about this just from like little shares and little like with Michelle and I planning this behind the scenes. And our
Isn't it?
DMs, our voicemails, our emails have been filling up. And so, we weren't actually going to launch this yet, but we just were like, holy smokes, like people are ready for this. And how delightful does that feel that we can serve already? This is what the people want, right? This is what they're already calling in. And so we've decided to go ahead and open up the application process earlier than anticipated because there has been such a resounding excitement around this offer that we didn't want to keep it to ourselves anymore. Like we were super excited and we just couldn't imagine holding it from you guys another day.
Right. So saving the date, right? But more so filling out the application and getting in, taking that action. Again, from what we talked about briefly today, that is everything and what will open up for you between that space of now and then. So we have that available for you now, and we will be receiving applications. Just because you fill an application out doesn't mean you're automatically in. But on a bright side of that, it's perfect because it's curating for those who are absolutely ready and know that they're supposed to be there. And so we really want to encourage you to look at all the details, look at the lakeside experience that we're providing for you. This is going to be your own chalet. This is going to be your own fireplace, your own essence, your own things as we move in. We're going to be expanding in group as well as having that beautiful space to integrate. And we are inviting you into this beautifully curated experience. And if you want to know more, feel free to obviously reach out to us. But please, if this sounds like something you are all in about wanting to know, we're inviting you to DM us now to have that link and get started today.
Yes, DM us retreat and we will send you that link. We are doing this in an application only because we really want to make sure that we curate the most sacred space. And this sacred space is for those who are ready to expand. They are ready to hit that next level. They are ready to go to that spot that they know. They feel it so deep in their soul and they just need that little bit of clearing, right? That little bit of amplification, that little bit of clarity. And that is where we're going to come in, Michelle and I, and just blow your minds and elevate your wealth frequency to a level that you've never known. And like she said, when the two of us get together, whoa, like it is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it's incredible. So I think with that, my friend, you're off to Greece.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I cannot wait. I fly out tomorrow. And it was so interesting because as I was going around packing this morning, I was literally just in like this gratitude moment of this is my life. This is my life. I remember just wishing I could go on beach vacations once a year. And now I can't even tell you. I've been to Bahamas already this year. We're going to Greece. We're going to Turkey. I'll be in Florida later this year. Like my life is a vacation and it is the most abundant. And like you said, Michelle, I had to create safety around that receiving. Like I had to understand what wealth meant to me and then hold that wealth and then be super open to receiving that wealth. This is an all expense birthday trip from my boyfriend. Like, and it's completely curated in perfection that aligns with who I am. Like there is nothing about this trip that I'm like, oh, bummer. It's like my dream vacation that I had nothing to do with and nothing to plan. And I just show up like a beautiful princess. in play.
I mean, I remember you manifesting it and just the thought of one day I'd like to be here, and then boom, there it was. And so we talk about alignment versus resistance, because if we're never believing we can have those things or they can be created or come out of the blue, you didn't have to go save for 5 years to pay for it. But even if you did, great things happen with the intention that's set in there. So it's the alignment, knowing how it feels when you're in alignment and how good life can get. So when life has its ups and downs, you're not distraught at the chaos around you, that someone else is making decisions for you, that the world is fighting amidst differences. We get to come back to our oneness. We get to come back to our innate power. We get to come back to what we can control and how we want to continue moving that out into our world and all the spaces. So we hope that you find this of complete interest and will want to know more. And we're excited to keep bringing this to your awareness, because without awareness, we can't do a thing about any other instance.
No, and if you're watching this on replay, #replay, we want to know you were here. It's very important for us to connect. We absolutely adore our communities and just want to see you thrive. So tell us you were here. And I'm going to tell you something magical too, is even if you go through that application process as a moment of like, right now I'm saying yes to this, and then I'll figure out everything downstream. We've curated the application process to go ahead and start awakening things within your body, in your system, in your awareness as you answer that. So even if you just get to the application process, you're going to learn something about yourself that you didn't know before you clicked into that application. Okay. So we are super intentional with every single part of this process, this retreat, and it's already been like magic that we can feel, and we want to share that with you. So just know that we're already sharing it with you. We're already sprinkling all the goodness on you, and it's just here for you to receive. And so now we ask you, are you ready to receive your next level?
Right? Are you ready?
That application is waiting for you.
I love it, Holly. And the one last thing I want to add is that we have also infused amazing abundance for those who take action really fast. And
yes.
You will find that as we go along. So there's never a wrong time, but those fast action takers are going to get the abundance poured in even more. So, all right. Anything else?
I don't think so. I just can't wait. Like, I'm like a kid at Christmas counting down the time to October.
I know it's going to go fast, super fast. So I love it. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for those on the replay. We love you. Feel free to DM with any questions, but also DM to get the hands on the landing page and the application that's now open.
Okay, and can I just laugh that it's 1:11 on Eastern Standard Time right now?
Time to go. Next level awakening. Coming in for new adventures. I love it. All right. Take care, you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye, everybody.